Hey, what's up everybody? This is David Carus. It's been a while since I've made a YouTube video, so I figured I would just fill everybody in on what's going on with me and why you haven't seen many videos from me lately. I've been very busy writing, so that's taken up like a lot of the last few months. That and I had a big move. I moved to Austin, Texas. So I uprooted my family from New York and we moved out here to Austin, Texas, which is amazing and awesome and the best thing ever. I love the city. It's amazing. If you ever get a chance to visit and you're in town, let me know. I'd love to meet up with you guys. And about the books, about the writing, it's sort of been, a lot of you guys know, Super Artist has been out for a few months now. This book, it started off as something that I wanted to write to help artists out there because I have so many artists that I'm connected to, and I wanted to write something that would, you know, just sort of help everybody out. It was everything that I knew about being a successful artist condensed into, you know, it's not a big thick book, something very confrontable. I wanted to condense it all into something that somebody could just sit down and read it and get motivated, inspired, and have the actual know-how to go out there and be an artist. And so far, I mean, the response has been phenomenal. It's far exceeded my expectations for the book. It was meant to be just sort of like this, you know, this quick thing that I was going to put out, but it's sort of been, you know, super well received by artists all over the world. I have people that are constantly contacting me about getting like multiple copies because they want to hand them out as Christmas presents or give them out to people that they know so that they can help the artists that are in their life. So it's been really awesome. It's available on Amazon. It's also in an ebook form on Kindle. So you can check this out if you haven't read it. And the other big thing is my second book recently came out, which is Hip Hop Will Save the World, right? And now some people were like, hip hop will save the world. They were a little confused, I think, some people, because, you know, nowadays when you think of hip hop, you're thinking about, you know, maybe the negative kind of picture that hip hop has in the media, because you see a lot of guys throwing money in the air and half-naked women and big fancy cars, and it's a lot of materialism. Well, I mean, that's, you know, some hip-hop is like that, but what I'm talking about in this book is actually very different than that, and the meaning of the title, without giving it away, you really have to sort of read the book to figure out what the significance of that title is. It's sort of like To Kill a Mockingbird isn't about, you know, people running around killing mockingbirds necessarily, but if you read the book, you'll understand what I'm talking about. But basically, the plot is based off of real life. This is based off of 2 years of my life right after college, where I went out and I started teaching high school English at my old high school back in Salinas, California, which led me to a fight against the school district there. I led student walkouts and protests, and we had marches over standardized testing and a lot of issues in education. And that whole thing launched me into being the first rapper in US history to actually run for Congress at the age of 25. And this book, and I ran against the guy that I used to work for. So how you know, interesting of a story is that? And I had to write that story down. It's the first time that people are getting this. It's a big book too, 470 pages, and it's something I'm extremely proud of. The people that have been reading it have been telling me it's inspiring, and they've been learning a lot about a lot of issues like education, politics, music, hip-hop, all sorts of things that I go over in this, and it's really a unique story that is not anywhere else, and I knew that, so that's why I had to write it down, because it was something that's extremely personal, and I'm very connected with. So I put this out just basically like 2 weeks ago. So if you haven't already heard about it, or you haven't, you know, started reading it, pick it up. It's a great book. I mean, of course I'm going to say that I wrote it, but you know, you can read the reviews online. It's also available on Amazon and on Kindle. And with that said, I just want to tell you guys that I have plans for making a lot more videos on this YouTube channel. Once again, I apologize for being sort of like out of commission for a little bit, but it's been because I've been doing like a tremendous amount of creating on my art. So I've been working on books. I wrote those 2 books, Super Artist, Hip Hop Will Save the World, and I actually have a new book which should be out in probably a few more days, which is called X-Ray Vision. And X-Ray Vision is behind the music. It's like all of the, you know, stories behind my songs that I've written over a decade's worth of work. It's over 100 songs, spanning, you know, I think about 13, 14 years or so. But it's basically the stories of all of those lyrics, and you get all the lyrics in one book. So if you've ever wondered, you know, what's behind the music, like why did I write the songs, what are they really about, you know, what was going on when I was writing them, how do I go about writing my music, it covers my entire music career back in, you know, from like 2003 all the way up until the recent stuff with the X-Ray Poets. So speaking of X-Ray Poets too, there's a new album we're setting to release very soon. It's called God Killer. Yeah, that's right, it's called God Killer. So you know, when people hear that title, they might think, what, you know, are we now turning into God killers, or we think we're immoral and, you know, bad guys or something? No, it's not that at all. It's actually, we're going against and going after the guys that are trying to kill God and trying to kill the idea that man is a spiritual being, and that's sort of like behind it. So it's got like one of the coolest covers that you've ever seen. The songs are amazing. It's actually a lot of like uplifting songs, you know, with a title that's very shocking and kind of like, you know, out there. As God Killer, you would think it's very dark or something, but it's actually not. There's a lot of, you know, great uplifting songs. If you guys like the music that is the intro part of the David Carus Show, that song's actually called Renaissance Man, and that's going to be on the album. I've been waiting a while to drop that song. It's going to be on this new upcoming album, which is going to be coming very soon. So just so you guys are aware, lots more coming down the line. Stuff I can't really talk about, but anyhow, that's been me lately. I just wanted to fill you in. 3 books done, you know, a new album done, moved halfway across the country, done. So now I'm like really getting ready to explode. A lot of cool stuff coming down the line. If you haven't already, subscribe to this channel. If you have any artist friends that you know that need a little bit of pick-me-up, motivation, inspiration in their lives, have them subscribe to this channel, share this video with them. Definitely have them read Super Artist, and if you haven't already done so, pick up Super Artist. You know, this book, I've had people tell me it's changed their life, and you know, I mean, I read it myself to remind myself of all the stuff that I need to be doing, and to keep myself focused too. So with that said, thank you for watching this video. Click that like button, subscribe if you haven't, check out my stuff. I'm going to keep making these videos. The new goal is to hopefully make one maybe every day. If I can pull it off, I'm trying for every day. It may not be as long as this one, probably a little bit shorter stuff, but I want to keep talking about the stuff that, you know, is going on in the art world with artists, with creators, writers, musicians, actors, photographers. I mean, everybody that is out there doing amazing work. I want to tell you the stories. I want to tell you what's going on, so that way you're in the know, and then that way you feel like you're not alone out there making your work, doing your art, doing your thing, and you can do it. Take it from me. I definitely am doing my thing. Hope you like this video, and I will see you next time in the future.